Hey guys, I know it's been a long day, but don't fall asleep on me just yet. Tonight I'm going to take you through a lovely yin practice. So get cozy, soften the lights, it's time to unwind. For tonight's class, we're going to do a lovely wall yin practice. So I want you to position your yoga mat by a wall, okay? And for the last couple of poses you can do in bed, but for the standing poses, be at a wall. So just come up and we're going to start off standing and we're just going to come placing our hips close to the wall. Now, depending on your flexibility, you might want to come across. So just walking the feet back and then start to pressing the buttocks against the wall and just let your head, your neck, let everything just hang out. And you're just going to let the head, the neck, let everything hang out. And you're going to feel a gorgeous stretch down the back of the legs and just letting the head, the neck. Now, we are in a forward fold, so I do want you to bring some muscular tone into the stomach as you just soften yourself forward. And you can use the wall to press the buttocks in against to get a really nice deep forward fold. Soften the knees so you're not hyperextending into the knees, and just let the head, the neck, let everything just hang out here, dangling. And just breathing again, finding that lovely breath. Just let the inhale and exhale equal one another. And I want you just to really start to soften the breath, letting each breath get deeper and deeper than the last. Letting the shoulders hang, letting the arms hang. And just feel that beautiful stretch all the way down the back of the body. And if it gets too intense, come out. Or if you're still with me, let's hold for another 4 deep breaths. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. And just letting yourself soften. See if you can go a little bit deeper, going to your maximum stretch now. And then slowly soften through the knees and just let yourself come all the way back up. So coming all the way back up. And then we're going to come and we're going to stand by the wall and we're going to get the arm up and we're going to come into a shoulder stretch. And depending on the flexibility of your shoulders, you're just going to get your hand out shoulder height and press in. Now you might just stay here and just have the hand against the wall. Or you can just start to walk the hand over very slowly, coming over. And again, just let yourself soften, feeling that beautiful stretch. Soften through the knees. And just find a soft gaze. So look about 2 feet in front of you. Just letting your gaze soften. So you don't want to be focusing on one particular thing. Just soften. Softening the shoulders. And just let all the tension release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can walk the hands back and really press into that shoulder and feel that gorgeous stretch down the back of your body, into the shoulders, feeling the twist, feeling the stretch into the shoulder. And just breathe, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Holding for another 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then just slowly come back and just stand with your back against the wall and just let yourself soften and just feel the rebound into the shoulders, softening into the jaw, just letting the head, the neck, let everything release. And then you're going to slowly come back. We're going to do the opposite side now. And you're going to get the hand out shoulder height. And again, you're going to press into the hand and you're going to roll yourself over. And you're just going to feel that lovely stretch. And you're just going to let the shoulders soften. Let the knees soften. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Keeping a softness in the knees. And just feel the compressing. And if you start to lose that stretch, walk yourself around again. And just breathing, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Try not to let tension creep in. Keep that dristy point, so looking 2 feet in front of you. And just soften your gaze. Try not to let tension creep into the parts of the body that don't need it, so the jaw, the shoulder. Just let everything release. And just breathe, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to slowly come back to center, and you're just going to stand and you're just going to find yourself again and just let yourself soften. And just let the jaw and just feeling the rebound into the shoulders. And then we're going to slowly take ourselves down onto the floor. And we're going to start with a lovely hip stretch down into a twist. So just come down. Now again, depending on your flexibility, you can come close into the wall, get the buttocks close in, or you can come about 1 foot away from the wall. So we're going to go down, and if you feel like you're not getting a stretch, you're going to come back up and you're just going to move yourself closer into the wall. So starting here about 1 foot away from the wall, and then we're going to roll ourselves down onto our mat, and we're going to send the legs up against the wall. So you want to be approximately ankle to knee hip, and you're just going to let the arms come down by your side. Just letting the feet come up, and then you're going to bend up the knee and you're going to get the ankle on the knee. And we're just going to hold it here, softening into the glute. Now, what can be really nice here is if you have a prop to press into that. So from the buttocks into that heel. So you can get your pillow and you can just kind of stack it in underneath and just let it kind of prop up that foot if that feels nice. Or you might like the sense of the foot dangling in midair. And you're just going to soften the belly. You're just going to soften the shoulders. And you're just going to focus on your in and out breath. And again, thoughts are going to come into your mind, but just let them drift away like clouds on a stormy day. Softening the jaw, softening the shoulders, and try not to let tension creep into that bent knee. Holding it here for another 8 deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. And then very slowly from here, we're going to bring ourselves down into a twist. So we're just going to bring ourselves down into twist. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this twist. One, you can have the knee up, so you can just have the knee up. Or two, you can allow the knee come down. And then you can get the pillow and you can place the pillow in to feel support, or you can just let the pillow go away and you can just let the knee face up and you can just come back down. And again, we're going to hold it for another 2 minutes, just sending the knee up and just focusing on that in and out breath. Deep belly breath in, deep belly breath out. And the reason why this is so lovely by the wall is because the foot that's touching the wall feels supported. So sometimes when we come down into this twist, our foot can move and we don't get as an intense stretch into that hip, into the glute. So it's just a really nice stretch. But you want to soften the glute. So even though the foot against the wall is yang, you want to bring softness into the glute and the knee that's facing up. And just finding your breath again. You can close your eyes now. There's no need to keep your eyes open during this practice. And just feeling the belly rise and belly fall. If you want to change the position of the knee, you can allow the knee come down for the last couple of minutes or couple of breaths. And just reaching and breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to very slowly come back through center. And you're going to press the feet along the wall. And you're going to really press into those feet. And you're going to let the hands fall away. And we're just going to windshield wiper those legs. So you're just going to windshield wiper, bringing in some movement into the hips before we go over to the opposite side. And what can happen when we've been in this pose for some time is our hips can move further up along the wall. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is just come back up and just reposition yourself so that you're closer to the wall again, so that you're the same distance apart that you were for the first side, okay? And then you're going to slowly come back down and you're going to press in. And just press in and allow the arms go down by your side. And you're going to position that ankle on that knee. And you're going to soften again, soften into the glutes, soften the knee, soften the jaw. And this side is going to feel different because we were on the other side for a couple of minutes. So never forcing the second side to go to the range of motion you were in when you ended the last pose. Just surrendering into the pose, softening into the muscles. There is no reason to keep tension in the body and yin. And just finding your breath, counting your breath. Just let everything soften. If you want to use the pillow again as your prop to prop up that foot, go ahead. We're going to hold it here for another 8 breaths. And then very slowly walking yourself down and just letting that foot fall away. And again, you can keep the knee up or you can pull the knee down, entirely up to you. And just let yourself soften. Holding again for another couple of moments. finding that breath. And the position of the head, you can look at the hand on the right, or you can look at the hand on the left if you want to get a neck stretch. Remembering which side your head was looking the last time. If you were getting a stretch, then make sure you're stretching the head in the opposite direction. If the head was center and you really enjoy the head center, just keep it center. But be aware that if your head was looking in one direction, make sure it's now looking in the opposite direction, just to keep balance within the body. See now if you want to let the knee come down, going deeper into the pose. Just letting yourself soften. Letting the glutes relax. Tension always tries to creep in, but try not to let it creep in. Pressing the foot against the wall to feel that lovely support of the wall. See if you can go a little bit deeper now as we come to the final breaths. And just inhale and exhale. Then you're going to slowly let the leg come out and you're going to walk the feet back up along the wall. And you're just going to windshield wiper those legs again. So nice, slow, gentle windshield wipering the legs. Just getting movement back into the legs. And then I'm going to ask you to press your feet on the floor and just shimmy yourself up along the mat for your first rebound. And just let the head, the neck, let everything just hang out. Letting the feet fall away. Feeling into the ankle, the knee, the hip, the shoulders, the spine. We've worked the entire body. We started with the spine, then into the shoulders, then into the ankles, the knees, the hips. Taking this time to feel the subtle changes in your body after those couple of minutes of yin poses. What a difference it can have, even after just 15-20 minutes of a yin practice. And just enjoying the sensations that you're feeling within your body. So we're going to roll over onto our belly now, and we're going to do supported wall Sphinx pose with the legs up against the wall. So just bend up the knees, rolling to your right or to your left very slowly, and you're just going to roll over onto your belly, and you can grab your cushion or your pillow, and you're going to bend, and you want to send your knees so that they're up against the wall. So just position yourself down your mat, and then you're going to bend up the knees and you're going to roll yourself. So you're just going to shimmy the knees all the way down. Then you're going to point the toes. Now, if it's too intense, come away from the wall. So if it's too intense of a stretch on the feet, just come away. And then just positioning in so you get a lovely back stretch. And again, readjusting the pillow forward or back so appropriate to where your edge lies. And then just soften the head, the neck, and just let everything soften. Softening the jaw, the shoulders, letting the hands get heavy on the floor. And just breathing, inhale and exhale. Letting the glutes switch off. And as we move into this pose, you may feel like you want to come even further. So shimmy yourself down closer along the mat and just let the head, the neck, let everything hang out. And if you want to, you can place the hands one on top of the other and let the head, the neck come down. If you don't like that sensation of being up in a back bend, you can come down into a more crocodile version of the pose and just let everything soften. Just letting the forehead get heavy on the hands. And just feel the stretch down the front of the toes. Feel the compression of the knees against the wall. Feel all of the blood rushing away from the toes down. Getting a lovely lymphatic drainage. Feel that lovely compression of the belly. Stimulating the stomach spleen. And just let those shoulders soften, and we're going to hold in it for another minute. And again, if your mind does start to wander, just let it go. Back to the breath. Always bring your awareness back to the breath. And again, without any judgment. Our mind's always going to wander, and we want to do it without judgment. Just even having the awareness of knowing that your mind started to wander and bringing your awareness back to the breath is good enough. And then preparing yourself to move. Just slowly lift the head, the neck, and then just start to move yourself down along the mat and just removing the pillow and then just lying your belly on the mat. So just letting yourself come down and just let your head, your neck, let everything. And again, you can use the wall to press the feet into and soften down. Can feel really nice, or just let them fall away. Entirely up to you. Whatever feels nice, wherever you want to take the rebound. And just feel the rebound into the belly. Softening the shoulders, softening the jaw. Staying here now for another couple of breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And whenever you're ready, you're going to push yourselves off, and we're going to prepare ourselves. We're going to come now to legs up against the wall. My favorite version of this is having a pillow, so I elevate the hips, but you don't have to do that, but maybe just keep one close by. And how we come into this again is we have our hips against the wall. So we're just going to come, we're going to have our hips against the wall. And we're going to roll ourselves over, and we're going to send our legs up against the wall. And what happens here now is the buttocks are really far away from the wall, and that can feel really nice, but for the more flexible people, you're going to want to shimmy yourself down. So you're going to come in and you're just going to shimmy the hips. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. There's no yoga term for shimmying the hips, so we just have to say shimmy the hips. And then you're just going to let all that tension of the day, just let it all start to release. Just let it go. If you ever suffer from anything like insomnia, this is amazing. Once we have our legs in this inversion, every single cell in our body just starts to relax. You can stay here safely for up to 15 minutes. So this is a pose that really appeals to you when you suffer from any of these things like insomnia, fibromyalgia, anything like that. This is amazing. It's an lymphatic drainage, and it just stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is in response to our flight and flight. It's our rest and digest system. And in today's world, we're just not switching this on enough. So if you feel like you suffer from any kind of fatigue during any part of your life, just put your legs up against the wall. Any anxiety, any stress syndromes. What can be really lovely here is you can press into the floor and you can lift the hips and just let yourself soften even more. You can point the toes or flex the toes and let the arms go out. Finding the version of this pose that works best for your body. Even keeping a slight bend in the knees is okay. It's entirely up to you what you want to get out of this pose. And then just finding your breath, just letting all the tension release. Feeling the toes soften, feeling the ankles soften, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the glutes. Feeling the back of the shoulders heavy on the floor. Feeling the back of the hands heavy on the floor. Paying attention to the stillness. Finding peace in the silence. If you start to get pins and needles, come down. But if you don't have pins and needles, stay here with me for at least another count of 8 breaths. Knowing that time is relative and only staying in any of these poses however long your body wants to. But if you can, you feel okay to stay with me. Keep the legs up against the wall. And just softening the back of the body. And just breathing, inhale and exhale. And whenever you're ready, you're just going to very slowly bend the knees and press the soles of the feet on the floor and just allow the knee fall away. Maybe rock from side to side. Maybe just stay here. So just bend the knees, let the hips get heavy, and just slowly let the knees come closer and towards the belly. And just feel that gorgeous compression. And prepare yourself to roll to your right or to your left for your final Savasana. So very slowly, rolling to your right or to your left, very slowly. And just pushing yourself off. Keeping your pillow close by, maybe you want to place it in underneath your knees or underneath your head. And just letting yourself come down into your final Savasana. And just lying down, arms down by your side, palms face up, feet fall away. And that beautiful sensation of all the blood rushing back into the toes, into the ankles, into the knees after that beautiful drainage. And just congratulate yourself for giving yourself this time this evening. And as we lie here, just finally releasing all the tension in the back of our body, in the front of our body, in the face, And just taking that breath and feeling the belly rise and feeling the belly fall. And I want you to thank you now for joining me tonight to unwind.